It's Lent and
the most wonderful time of the year.
Not quite.
There'll be fasting and no eating and no joy and no screaming.
He's making this up as he goes. Welcome to Pastors of Pain, your weekly radio show and podcast from the two priests
on the Red Dirt Riviera
of Stillwater, Oklahoma. I'm Father Brian O'Brien, pastor of St. Francis Xavier Catholic Church. We just celebrated our birthday. I'm pretty excited about it. Our one-year anniversary on March 11th.
I thought you were having a second birthday.
No, my birthday is in November. Mark it down, people.
Conception birthday.
On the feast of Saint Cecilia.
Oh, is it really? Saint Cecilia?
Yeah. Your birthday is...
January 2nd, the feast of Saint Basil, the great Gregory of Nazianzus. And the birthday of Trez of Lisieux.
That's pretty great.
I know.
My birthday is also the day that John F. Kennedy was shot.
Whoa. Wow, that really sombered the airwaves. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the opera?
So we should all be a downer. I'm joined by my co-host.
Oh, you're looking at me.
I thought you might say something. Maybe.
Oh, hey. This is Father Kerry Wakulich, pastor of St. John Catholic Student Center on the corner of Miller and Knobloch. Welcome to Lent.
We're glad you're here. Yeah, so Lent is we're
kicking my butt.
We have about a month left, so we're almost to the halfway point.
I failed the Friday.
We're at mile 10 of the 26-mile marathon.
You know, okay, so Ash Wednesday, right?
Yes,
and then Thursday. Why isn't Thursday?
Meat Thursday?
Meat Thursday, as you call it.
You can't eat meat on Ash Wednesday. You can't eat meat on any Friday during Lent.
Uh-huh.
And so the Thursday between Ash Wednesday and the first Friday of Lent
You're an idiot.
is Meat Thursday. You're only allowed to eat meat that day. No grains, no vegetables, no fruit.
That is so dumb.
I had a steak for breakfast, a steak for lunch, and a steak for dinner. I'm just kidding. I didn't.
Okay, so why is it called? You know why it's called that Thursday, that Friday, and that Saturday are not called the first week of Lent. They're called the Thursday after Ash Wednesday, the Friday after Ash Wednesday, the Saturday after Ash Wednesday. Why?
I don't know, because it's not a full week. I mean, it doesn't. If you call it, you're going to call it the first week, but it's not a week.
Really? Ava Scheller wants to know.
If you said we're going to, you don't tell people like on Wednesday, like, hey, have a good week.
What do you tell them?
It's like Wednesday, the week's half over.
And?
You'd say have a good rest of the week.
So should it be called the rest of the week after Ash Wednesday?
No. I think the church in her wisdom has called it what it is. It's the Thursday after Ash Wednesday.
I forget about this every year, and then when it comes around, I'm like,
So then we have the first Sunday of Lent, and the second Sunday of Lent, and the third Sunday of Lent, and onward. But if you would, so what would that Sunday be? If Lent starts on Ash Wednesday, that Sunday would be what? The Sunday of the first week of Lent?
Couldn't you call it the preparatory days of the first Sunday of...
That's too much.
Okay, so how's your Lent treating you?
So Lent, I have had, historically speaking,
good
Lents and bad Lents. I have been in years past, and I would say especially recently. Okay. Last Lent,
crummy?
Yeah, not good. I had just moved here. I had no rhythm. Rhythm is important, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people, but I don't know. For me, like having a rhythm of life and being, when you move to a new place, and part of having no rhythm, at least for last year, 2018, not only had I just moved here, but then I got used to, the church.
Sorry, I have to stop laughing because as you say rhythm, like you said it like 10 times, all I have is this song playing in my head that goes, "Come on, little baby, little do the dongo, won't you want to dance with them any longer?"
The rhythm is gonna get you.
The rhythm's gonna get you. Beat
tonight. Dun 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 dun.
Sorry. So you had no rhythm.
You have this amazing ability, no matter what is being spoken of, you immediately associate it with a song.
I have lots of songs stuck in my head.
You do that more than anyone else I know, and I'm not being critical.
Oh, I'm already hurting. That's why I gave up.
Everybody hurts. Sometimes.
Okay. So you have to get a rhythm, and that's what most people...
So last Lent, I had no rhythm. I had just moved here. We were moving. I mean, physically moving churches.
Yeah, sure.
And I even knew I was going to be moving residences, So I've lived in Stillwater for 14 months, and I've lived in 2 residences, in that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just had no rhythm. So anyway, this year I feel like I've got rhythm. The rhythm is going to get me. I have rhythm. And so I this year I was able to work out with my spiritual director, a good plan for Lent. Certain things that I wanted to do, certain things I wanted to give up. I think as you said in a couple of episodes ago, not for the sake of, we're not Pelagians. We don't earn our salvation.
Yeah.
But to make a space for the Lord. So I'll give you just one example. I don't really like to, when people say what are you doing for Lent? I usually I try to change the subject.
Do you?
Well, yeah, because I don't know.
You don't just make up something like, I'm sleeping.
I gave up alligator.
I'm sleeping on my hands.
Yeah. I do handstands for 20 minutes every morning. Let all the blood rush to my head, and then I pass out as a penance for my sins. No. One of the things I did, which was and I actually decided this the day before. In fact, the night before, it was Tuesday night, Mardi Gras, Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I don't really celebrate Mardi Gras. I was at home. And I was like, you know what? I've gotten into a little bit of habit of spending. I like Facebook. Facebook is good. It helps me keep in touch with my brothers and sisters, my cousins,
ex-girlfriends.
That's you. That's you.
I was thinking in general, what do people use it for? You use it to evangelize people, to get parish information out.
Certainly.
Sorry.
But what I had gotten kind of into a habit of, Facebook has kind of like a video feature where you can just watch videos.
Oh yeah.
And they don't stop. So you might see a video that somebody would send of a funny Saturday Night Live skit or something, and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna take 4 minutes and take a little break and watch this, and then
monster truck rally
30
shows
minutes later, you're like, oh my gosh,
how did I get pulled into this?
Because a video ends and then another video. So anyway, I'd gotten kind of into this habit of a little bit too much of that.
Okay.
Especially kind of right before bed. It's, when it's time for bed, it's time for bed. Go to bed.
Exactly. Okay.
And so I was like, I'm just going to delete the Facebook app off my phone. So I'm still using it. Still use it for all of the reasons that I used it before.
Right.
But I can only get to it on my
laptop.
At
your desk
I'm
in the living room.
Much less often, and it's nice. I got some space.
Nice.
So anyway, that's one little thing that has been very fruitful this Lent thus far. What about you? How's your Lent?
My Lent has gone fairly well.
You said it's kicking your butt.
Yeah. Did I say that?
You did at the top of the show.
Oh.
Are you lying?
Fairly well kicking my butt.
Why are you a liar?
And I think the reason why is I don't have any rhythm. I'm just trying to get off. I feel like I'm swimming right now with my nostrils above the water. And I'm just ready for
I'm
May
just
to
picturing
get,
that image.
Yeah, I just have my nostrils.
What are you ready for? You ready for
I'm ready for May to get here and graduation. Because there's only...
Dude, it's March.
I know.
It's far away.
Yeah.
Oh, are you okay?
No, it's actually...
Do you need to talk?
It's not that far away. Because graduation is May 10th.
Oh, that's true.
And then I'm going on a pilgrimage with a bunch of students. And so there are a lot of things that I'm waiting, and I've got all these weddings. I want to wrap them up, and when they're done, when all the marriage preparation is done, because it's you do marriage preparation with somebody, it's 10 hours.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And so there's
a lot of investment.
It's 250 hours worth of marriage preparation this year, and so there's that. And then there's this pilgrimage we're working on, and this mission trip that we just wrapped up to Peru. So just a lot of stuff. So the intentionality of some things during the season of Lent. It's like, okay, yeah, I gave up gluten, I gave up red meat, I gave up alcohol, which I failed on the first Friday of Lent by drinking a glass of red wine. I was like, I told myself, dude,
get back on the horse,
dude. You got
okay.
this. You got this. This is gonna be such a great Lent. You're gonna not have a glass of wine, and then Friday someone's like, "Hey man, you want a glass of red wine?" I was like, "Yes, I do. Thank you very much, sir."
But you know what? I think your experience is emblematic of a lot of people, symptomatic, whatever that word is. Where then what happens? Because I think now and then, I mean, so now you're drinking alcohol during Lent?
No, I just had that one little small glass of red wine.
So I think what happens to a lot of people is I've decided I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up alcohol.
Yeah.
And then I'm somewhere. I have a drink. Oh my gosh! Now my Lent is just over. And so then it's like all downhill.
Yeah.
People do that with sin all the time. Like, oh my gosh, I went to confession and I confessed this, and now I'm good, I'm clean, and then you mess up.
And then you're like, it's all downhill from here.
And so you're like, well, I've already done that, so I might as well. What's the big deal if I do it again?
Yeah.
As if like doing it, doing a bad thing 10 times is worse than doing it one time. But we have in our minds like, well, I've already fallen, and so I'm trash.
Right. You know what? We're gonna actually we're making this pit stop during the season of Lent, and I think this will be good. We're doing a parish mission. You're doing a parish mission. We're doing a parish mission, and actually we're
doing parish missions.
What? Yes. Well, ours is actually about like virtue and putting habits in college students' lives. And
tell me about that. What do you? So who's coming?
Well,
when? When? Who? What?
Okay.
Where?
Okay. Well, first of all,
let me put on my reporter hat. Wait a minute. Okay.
And I think this is actually this Lenten mission that Father Michael Pratt, the vocation director of the Diocese of Tulsa.
He's coming?
He's
from Stillwater.
Yeah, he is. He's going to help college students put things into order. And that's the goal. Because I think as you have these kind of like life of busyness that everybody talks about, it's like, how do you put a life in order? And so he's going to talk about the necessity of virtue. He's starting the 31st, that Sunday night in April. So it's, and then the 1st and the 2nd, the 31st of March, the 1st and 2nd of April. He's going to be doing these.
Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night.
Yeah. So each night he's going to do a different talk. The first night is called the battlefield, and it's all about the battlefield, the strategy, the weapon. And so he's and it's all on virtue.
I like that.
It's all on virtue of as a path of life. And I think Lent, why we go to extreme sometimes, like you just mentioned. People are like, well, now that I had one sip, I guess I'm just off the rocker now.
I was going to give up gossip, and then I gossip, so I might as well gossip.
And so what his mission is going to be like how to live the virtuous life and how to weed out the vices so that you can stay on the path of holiness.
And what I love, a year ago, speaking of order, when we reordered parish life here in Stillwater, so that when St. Francis Xavier, the new St. Francis Xavier opened, what we asked people to do and what they've done is that St. John Catholic Student Center, where Father Kerry is, serves the campus of Oklahoma State and the students there. And everyone else comes to the parish.
Yeah.
And so what this, so some people, I think most people are good with that. Few people, like, well, why can't I go wherever I want?
You can go
wherever. But in this is a beautiful example of what that does. So when Father Pratt gets up at your parish on the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd, he can speak directly to a population that needs to hear a very specific message. So he's not speaking sort of generally to a parish of 10-year-olds and 90-year-olds and everybody in between. He's able to speak to a college-age population on the specific issues that they are facing. And I think that's awesome. That's awesome. So that's one of the best advantages. That even happens when you're with your preaching. You're able to. You don't have to tailor things to fit a wide audience.
Yeah.
You're tailoring your message to a very particular population, college students, which, at least from a faith standpoint, are at risk.
Yeah. High risk.
High risk. I mean, I don't know. You know the stats better, but if you're going to leave your faith, chances are it's going to be between 16 and 24.
Yeah, 16 and 24,
and that's who you've got.
Yeah, the numbers are staggering. Something in the 70%.
So that group
not going to.
That group needs a very specific message. And so Father Pratt, who is a young man himself, but also a seasoned priest and well-read and an excellent speaker, he's going to be able to talk to that group about a very important topic: ordering, virtue, vice.
Yeah.
Now, I don't spend a lot of time on college campuses, but I think there's some vice on college campuses. Is there?
Rampant vice.
What would you say are the major vices? Like what should Father Pratt be sort of speaking to? Major vices on a college campus. Go.
The freedom of drug use now. Remember when we had Say No to Drugs back in the 80s?
Nancy Reagan.
And now it's
Thanks, Nance.
And now it's say yes to drugs and let's start a greenhouse. It's the hookup culture on the college campus. It's procrastination. If I wait till the last minute, it'll only take a minute. I think I should be like everybody else around me, and everybody else is much better around me. It's this vice, maybe the habit or the addiction or the vice towards just scrolling through social media. There was a BBC article a couple weeks ago called it was like something about the depressed generation. And it's all of this culture that has this kind of cloud of dreariness.
Because it rains so much in England?
No.
It was on the BBC? Oh, never mind. Okay, go ahead.
No, but close.
Go ahead.
I mean, there is SAD, seasonal affective disorder thing, and when you live in cloudy cultures. It's just... It's the 18 to 40s, 16 to 40s is starting to creep back to 14 to 40, and pornography. Pornography is awfully destroying the minds of men and young women as well. So you have all those. What I really love about a good old-fashioned parish mission is a priest is able to come in, someone is able to come in and speak to a group of people, and afterwards they're like, Father, why have I never heard you say that? What he just said. I just said that 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he just says
a new voice.
Yeah. Comes in, and he's able, in an interesting way, to both boost them with zeal
and kick their butt.
Well,
and I think in our situation too, where each of us are solo at our parishes, and so with the exception of they hear from deacons from time to time, but generally speaking, your people and my people, they're hearing from us every Sunday after Sunday after Sunday.
Yeah.
And and it's like, when you're like a teenager and your mom is like droning on and always sort of giving, sometimes that voice, even the voice of your own pastor, gets drowned out. Okay, we're back again, sitting in the same seat. There he is again. Talking the same, and I know I do this. I have kind of themes that I hit over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't give the same homily twice, but you hit on certain themes. And there's probably things in my preaching that I miss. Things that maybe are important to me, but are not necessarily what my people need to hear So you bring in this kind of another voice.
Right. Aren't you? Wait. You're bringing in, like, his name is like Telluride Chardin. Is that who it is?
What? Who's that?
He's dead. He's a dead French theologian who preached of the economy of salvation in the entire universe.
If he came.
He showed back up.
So at St. Francis Xavier, we are doing the same dates. So we are...
What?
Sunday
same
night,
dates?
Same dates.
What happened? I thought yours was like...
it's going to be rocking. We had originally planned it to do pre-Lent.
Oh, right.
And then...
you mean pre-gaming Lent?
We were going to pre-game Lent. And then we pulled that back because of the speaker had a conflict, and I really wanted him to come, so we moved it, same date. So Sunday night, March 31st, And Monday night, April 1st, Father Godfrey Mullen.
I was close.
Of the Order of St. Benedict. He's a Benedictine monk.
What? Wait. Isn't he your spiritual director?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Oh,
it's going to be great.
I can't wait to get some dirt on you.
So he can't tell you.
Oh, that's right. He can't.
So he's coming.
Blast.
He is a monk of St. Meinrad Archabbey in southern Indiana, which also happens to be where I went to the seminary.
How old is he?
How old is he? He's probably 50.
He's not old. Is he like the sub-prior at the monastery?
No,
vocation
so he's
director?
actually, he is a monk, but he is currently assigned outside of the monastery. So he's a parish priest.
Whoa.
He's the rector of St. Benedict Cathedral.
What?
In Evansville, Indiana.
How did he get that gig?
There's always there's always a monk of St. Meinrad
as the rector of the cathedral?
I think so.
Whoa.
We'll have to ask him when he comes. But anyway, so he's coming actually he's going to come on Thursday. On Friday, he's going to give my parish staff and me a little retreat.
Ooh.
And then he's going to preach all the weekend masses.
Uh-huh.
And then Sunday night. So but really like the first talk of the mission is Sunday Mass, is the homily on Sunday. The second talk is Sunday night, 7 p.m., and the third talk is Monday night, 7 p.m.
Okay.
And he's talking about holiness, the call to holiness that everyone has. And so my hope is that everybody comes. It's going to be, for teenagers, we're having, on Sunday night, we're having all our middle school and high school youth come.
Right.
It's going to be a little something for everybody. Whereas yours is very college student centered. Ours is a little broader appeal.
So he's going to have balloons and do puppet tricks and stuff during his mission? That would, no? Okay, well, I tried.
No, this isn't the 80s. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
It's not the 80s.
And it really is meant to be, it's meant to be a little kick in the butt for all of us to wake up and grow in our spiritual lives.
Good. I don't remember, like, as a kid growing up, going to parish missions.
I've never heard of a parish mission until...
Well, you know, they would have those, like, the Passionists. What's the St. Anthony's in Okmulgee? I think it was a Passionist church, and then Father John Grant's place out in West Tulsa, St. Catherine's, was a Passionist parish, and there was these Passionist crosses that a parish would buy after a mission. Holy Family Cathedral, it says, in the memory of the mission of 1917 at the bottom of the crucifix, or something like that.
Are we supposed to do that for ours?
I don't think so. But
I had a parish mission last year too, but
so did I. And then we had one the year before that. We've had one every year I've been here because they've just been so enjoyable. To get a speaker to come in, a priest or religious. We had the CFRs, the Friars of the Renewal from Bronx, come in one year. They were so good. And I mean, they have torn up habits and shaved heads and big beards, and they walk through campus, and people are like, "What
is that?
Are you a hobbit?"
A hobbit. I bet they don't say that to Father Pratt.
They don't. I don't think they say that.
He looks pretty normal.
He's
so
tall.
Really. So for all of you out there, if you are at Oklahoma State, if you're a college student, you need to be there.
Yeah.
You need to be there. And if you go to St. Francis Xavier, you need to be at this parish mission. What if someone is not Catholic?
Yes, you may come.
Can they come to the parish mission?
Yes, you may attend the parish.
Or will we be checking Catholic IDs at the door?
Yes, there's an invisible mark on the forehead of every Catholic. And so
only priests can see it, though.
You have to use one of those laser light pens, and you shine it right at the forehead, and it reflects back.
When I put my special sunglasses on, I can tell if you're Catholic just by looking at you.
What about people from Pawnee or Cushing?
Oh yeah, we are not
Perry, Oklahoma.
We are not
Guthrie.
We're not advertising there only because those people have their own parishes.
What about Agra? Can people come from Agra?
People from Agra? Heck yeah.
Or is it Agra?
Morrison?
Is it Agra? Agra? Which one?
Agra?
Okay, Agra. I don't want to mess that up again.
But we have parishioners from Agra.
Do you really?
Glencoe.
Wow.
Morrison.
Wow. Seriously?
Mm-hmm. We got it all.
Whoa. Across the Cimarron?
We cover.
Anybody across the Cimarron?
I don't know. I hope not. If so, they have their own parish.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this broadcast goes out to anybody who wants to come. If you're in the listening area, which is I don't know, it's somewhere out near Cushing. Cushing's about 27 miles away.
Like a football field radius. Listening area.
Football.
No, I know the radio station because I listen to sometimes Pete 94.3 as I'm leaving town sometimes in between audiobooks.
What are you listening to
right now? I'm listening to a book-length interview with Pope Francis.
Yeah.
On like politics and culture.
Yeah.
It's really quite good.
And what's your takeaway from it? You got one?
It's okay. I mean, it's a lot of like it's stuff I've kind of seen before, but I just like hearing it in the Pope's
in his voice?
In the Pope's own no, it's not him reading it. There's a reader.
Oh, is he reading it with like an Argentinian Italian accent?
No.
In straight up English?
Straight up English.
And how do they do it? Is it like the interviews are like, Papa Francisco, I have a question for you. And he's like, yes.
Yes, basically. So there are two voices.
Oh, there are two voices?
Going back and forth, yeah.
Oh.
So it's good. It's good. It's not like it's not mind blowing, but anyway. So Parish Mission, Lent. I like that. I kind of like the timing of it, that we're doing it halfway, kind of at the halfway point. We were going to do it. I think this is providential. We were going to do it at the beginning of Lent, but now I kind of like that we're doing it at the halfway point.
We're doing a lot of experiments in this town because this is the two parishes they've always been together.
Yes, we are reordered.
And so because of that, a lot of this is just experiment. Like, okay, should we do a parish mission? When is the most effective time for a parish mission?
Yep.
Most parishes, I don't know if they do a parish mission.
I think a lot do. I don't know that the majority do. We did one last summer in Spanish.
Yeah.
But at this point I don't have one planned in Spanish, but that's kind of our next thing. But we did that in the middle of June.
Really?
And that was the time I wanted Father Ernesto Reynoso Camparoso. And that was the only time he could come.
Oh, and there was those mariachi bands that showed up and the food trucks.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was a rocking good time.
I like these. I like having them because they are just a beautiful opportunity, especially during the season of Lent, to stop halfway through and say, okay, where am I going? Yep. What have I done? What have I failed to do?
Yep.
Has my Lent been productive in penance? Has Lent been a good time of converting my life to God? Because that's what we on Ash Wednesday we said, repent and believe in the gospel and wiped ashes on people's foreheads. Have I done that, like as a priest?
I'd like to see a presidential candidate and that be their motto.
Repent and believe in the gospel?
Yeah.
Right.
Trump, Pence, repent and believe in the gospel. Obama, Biden, repent and believe in the. I'd be like, okay, I think I might vote for you.
Kennedy, who's Kennedy's running mate?
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Lyndon Johnson.
Kennedy Johnson.
Repent and believe in the gospel.
Is Johnson a Catholic?
Lyndon Johnson, not a Catholic.
Oh, really?
Really, actually, let me say this one little point. A couple weeks ago, we had daylight savings time.
Yeah.
I will vote for any candidate who will eliminate two things: abortion
and
daylight savings time. If you do those, all you political people out there, all of you listening, you want my vote? Those are my two.
Start local.
Those are my two highest priorities. Daylight savings time must go. We should do a whole show on that. Yes. Well, anyway, we're out of time.
This is it. That
was it.
Ooh, please let me know.
We should just sing on the air. Anyway, we are so glad you've joined us. We're the Pastors of Pain. Join us for our parish missions this weekend, the 31st, the 1st, and for you, the 2nd as well. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. It's going to be awesome. We're grateful you're listening. God bless you. Peace.